start. All right, welcome to the podcast about something. We're gonna figure out what to name this shit.
That's
later.
what it is. The podcast about something. Probably nothing, because we don't know what the fuck we're gonna talk about yet. But we're here.
I literally said we're not supposed to curse the first 2 minutes, and we already cursed in the first 2 minutes. So yeah, this is how monetization might not work. But let's continue with it. We're learning as we go. You feel me? Like,
All right, I'm a chill.
damn, brother. We already started, so it's too late now. I already spilled beer on my own. I'm not drinking, actually. I spilled water on my kneecap. I apologize for my mistakes and my frequencies. How you doing
My
today?
mistakes about frequencies is crazy.
How you doing today, brother?
I'm well, my brother. I'm well. How about yourself?
I have no complaints. I have a lot of complaints, but on cameras, you have to say you have no complaints.
Yo, I was about to say, I'm just living, gang. I'm trying to keep it together. You know what I'm saying? The world is a funny place. You know what I'm saying? The universe has a funny way of showing you things that you probably never really expected. But just got to roll with the punches and live with it, right?
Yeah, I learned women look at that as a weakness when you complain too much, so I try not to complain at all. Is this mic even picking up what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right, just in case, I had to check.
That's a fact, though. That's a form of masculinity, right?
You either a hunter or a gatherer or a complainer and I can't use other words because that's actually degrading.
That's actually like the best. Because if not, we not going to get monetized.
Yeah. Go get to it.
Yeah.
Get to it, you feel me? Don't talk about it, get to it, you feel me?
Fuck monetization. Hey, you either him or you not. Use the man or use a bitch. Pick a side, homie. Get to it.
You could be her as well. The world is your choice.
No, you cannot.
Pronouns.
Yes, you can, actually. I apologize. He is right.
I'm an ally. He's thinking about it.
Oh, no. Whoa, gang.
He's with y'all too. No. You ain't gotta be that, but you gotta be with that. You feel me? Not on that though. You feel me? It ain't in you. It's on you. Both ways sound nasty, but it ain't.
Hey.
Shout out my gay niggas, man. Like Ray J said, bro. Shout out my gay niggas. You feel me? I'm here for y'all. I ain't with y'all in that aspect, but I'm here for y'all. You feel me? We could ride 4 deep in the Cadillac. You feel me? Just don't ask me if my ass is flat. You feel me? Like, but back to the topic of discussion. We have no topic of discussions.
Yeah, I don't know what we get back to.
We free balling, free rolling. Shit sound gayer and gayer as I proceed along, and I see why Joe Budden has an issue on his show and people question things that he do, but please don't question me. You feel me? But
Son,
yeah,
that is crazy.
We're only
bro.
3 minutes in. I don't know how this shit's supposed to work, but yeah. So
son? That's bro. This is
all right. So I have a laptop here. It has nothing on the screen. But I'm only telling y'all that on episode 1. So in the future, anytime I touch this laptop, pretend it has something on the screen. So if I'm speaking about things, pretend you're with me. Like, damn, he be researching the fuck out of this shit. Hell the fuck I do. I'm just clicking escape every time. Maybe space bar. You feel me? Like, he looking at what I'm looking at. Nigga, it's anime on this motherfucker. You feel me? But speaking of anime, that's actually a good topic of discussion. Them niggas broke. People don't know that. Behind the scenes, a lot of anime studios are going out of money and out of budgets, and it's ruining my happiness. You feel me?
But you think it's because the numbers are down, or is it because like there's no more creativity in the world of anime?
Nah, there'll forever be creativity in the world of anime. The only differential is like you try to push a lot of things and trying to see what sticks. You feel me? Yeah. Like back in the days, remember when we had Cartoon Network, a lot of animes and shows and cartoons didn't work for the simple reason that a lot of things that got moved off Cartoon Network got moved to Adult Swim for simple reasons that the main point of having that cartoon was to sell toys.
Yeah, just to get more viewers and attention and eyes on the show.
But we're trying to monopolize it. So if I can't sell a toy off this, I deem it as a failure. So a lot of shows that we had was like, yo, why did this disappear? I love this so much. It's not you, brother. Toys R Us not fucking with us. Toys
R Us is gone. There's like one left, ain't it? But surprisingly, they're making a comeback.
Why?
I think it's 2026. Toys R Us is probably about to reopen.
For real?
Yeah, I can't remember where it was, but it was a while back. I seen it that they were trying to come back because there was I forgot what the article was talking about, but I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna send it to you and let you know. But
We gonna actually let's use this laptop and figure out why it happened. Like, hold up.
they went bankrupt, but I think there's like 1 or 2 still open somewhere.
Let's see. Toys R Us coming back. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I think Snoop Dogg probably bought it. Like 2024 with 24 new stores stated to open across the United States in 2024. That's a new expansion. They probably started already and we just don't know about it.
It's 2025 already. I think it's already happening.
Niggas do be lying. Like,
That's just the internet.
let's see. What kind of shit do they got though? I ain't gonna lie. Like, what was your favorite toys at Toys R Us if you ever went there? I ain't never get to buy. Actually, I bought some shit. What's
I ain't
that?
gonna lie, I went there a lot.
I couldn't steal from there. I was scared. When I stole from reputable places like Kmart, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't steal from Walmart. Like,
Why?
blue letters, nigga. Blue represents police. Red, I don't know what it represents, but it don't represent police. You feel me? Them lights do be red and blue and sometimes white, and the cops do damn sure be white. But, you feel me? Walmart had more money and the family wasn't fucking around. Who the hell owns Kmart? Or owned Kmart?
And Sears, I believe, wasn't it?
They not the Walmart family. You feel me? You could steal from Sears. You could steal from Ross. You could. Sears got a security now at the ass though. They be at that front door.
Sears is gone.
Sears?
Yeah, Sears been gone.
Oh yeah, I haven't walked through that shit to get in the mall in a minute. I don't go to malls no more.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
That used to be the
does
entry
go to
point.
malls when everything's on the internet.
That used to be the entry point to get the Sears to get to the mall. You just walk through Sears.
Yeah,
Niggas ain't
yeah.
shopping at Sears. Nigga, I bought one thing at Sears a day in my life. That was
Nah, some people, the old people used to get Reeboks, Filas, batteries, and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
and that's why they gone. Cause y'all niggas not buying shit that really make us money. Yo,
Shout out my pops though. Son took me to Sears, got me 2 pairs of Filas I never wore. I love you, but that's not me, gang.
What year was this? That's the question.
Damn.
Cause
I shouldn't
07.
even say that.
07, everybody fuck with them feelers with the strap. With the strap, them Jamaicans had the customized one. With the, you know, it had the Jamaican colors on it. So feelers with the strap.
Yeah, it was the ones with the strap, but it wasn't the like ones that everybody had. Nah.
You had the red, white,
We
and blue
talking
shit?
about hell nah.
Not the regular.
He
black
grabbed me some all white lows and some all white high tops, and I'm like, I looked at him like, damn.
That's
I
that
hugged
kind.
him, said I appreciate it. And he was like, shoes are shoes, and I was like, no, they not.
And ass whooping, the ass whooping.
You hear
and
what I'm
the ranking. You can't say shit when you pull up the
You
school.
feel what I'm saying? So
I ain't
I'm
gonna
like,
lie.
nah.
I hit them kids if a nigga try to fire on me like, bitch, what you wearing? Shoes are shoes. They gonna be like that young nigga.
But now that I'm older, I'm sitting here like, damn.
Right.
Hell no, he still wasn't right.
I know, but
what you mean, boy? You gotta stunt every day. Like I get it. Some kids can't afford it, and I'm not speaking on that because I'm saying like
Financial things play a role
you
in
can.
society.
You know what I'm saying? So like that I understand, but still, as a young kid, you gotta go and get it.
I had Shaqs. Bought them at Kmart, $24. Guess what I did? I bought 2 pairs of them bitches. My mama gave me the money. I remember that shit to this day. Walked to school with them. Fire ass shit, boy. I was like, damn. Them motherfuckers like, damn, boy, you fire. Mind you, I'm not American. I'm fresh. You know, nigga
I
just
just
came
said,
to the
I was about
city.
to say, you
I'm
not
like, yeah,
from
them
here.
boys fucking with a kid. They see a nigga drove. They know what a nigga on. Niggas were clowning me the whole time.
Yeah,
And I was like, damn, I ain't know that.
niggas playing you for a fool.
But
You
it's like,
say-
bitch, he plays in the league. How you mad at a nigga that play in the league?
that I can't be. That's a fact.
Like,
too, though.
like Superman.
like, and he played for the Heat too. So it's like, how you
That's hometown. He ain't even hometown here. He a fucking sheriff now. Fuck him. Shaq, if you listen to this,
Nah.
I did not mean that.
I was about
Please
to
don't
say.
arrest me. But yeah, I'm not gonna continue that. But behind the situation, bro, like that's a man that played for here. Like, bro, he representing the hood, bro.
Nah, he really did a lot. But I mean, Shaqs weren't like bad. Like some people actually wore Shaqs to play ball, and like the niggas who were on the court with like the Jordans and shit like that. Some of them niggas were nice, but not all of them. But like the people that got on the court with the Shaqs and like the off-brand shoes, boy, them boys is out here mutting it.
That's because back then,
Mutting it. I'm like, what?
You can only get out the hood through sports. Now, you got to join them YMCA clubs, them boys and girls clubs and them,
shit.
all them shit's expensive. Niggas ain't got that money back then, boy. Your mama could only afford this from Payless, and you gonna ball your ass up. That's why
you still got places that do that. You don't think so?
It's limited. Like, it's really limited.
But I'm talking about not just here. Remember,
you talking
what
about
we experience here is different what somebody experiences in Ohio, Wyoming, and shit like that. Like, in a sense, like, their Boys and Girls Club might not be the same rates that are over here.
Or the finances might not be as expensive over here, but they base it off what they can afford there. And still over there might be higher than here. You feel me?
Right.
Like, down here, you might be like, our rent, $2,300 for a 1-bedroom, $1,600 for a 1-bedroom. There, you getting a whole three for like $1,400. So they Boys and Girls Club might tell you, man, just pay me $200. To us, $200 light work. You feel me? Over there, that $200 like, might be like, man,
it's a couple days of work.
You feel me? Like, you asking for how much of my rent? A percentage of my rent?
Nah, I feel that 100%.
And then on top of that, I gotta buy. Like, I ran track. When I ran track, I ain't continue for the simple fact, boy. Man, Coach Cook, shout out to you. That boy told me, man. Actually, that's not a shout out to you. That boy told me, man, you gotta
nigga pulled the Jada kiss.
Nah, like you gotta get the uniform. Blase blah. I'm thinking to come with it. Cause my homie played out west. You feel me? He played. I forgot what school. I remember later, but he played out west, and I'm like, I bet. You feel me? Like, we get the uniforms when we join the team, cause that's what they do. Man, he like, nah, we gotta go wash cars. Woo-wah band, woo-wah band. I'm like, bro, I sell drugs. I'm not gonna go wash no cars when I could be trapping. You got me. You need me to. Like,
you got me sweating out here when I could be in the comfort of my own home and
doing my Dougie. Like, but I was like, bro, I'm not. And then them track cleats and whatever. I remember I bought my first pair of cleats from Dick's Paws. I went to, you feel me, walked into Dick's Paws again. I was like, man, let me get these little cleats, whatever the case may be. You feel me? Homies over there pulling up stunting. I walk in, I'm like, let me get them cleats, man. The cheapest one like $40. Man, I came to school with them. They were like, bro, that's gonna break your Achilles. I was like, I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm cutting up. Achilles gone. I ain't break it though, but I felt it. You feel me? So I was like, I bet. I was like, damn. They're like, yeah, the next one that you gotta get, they $200. Then the uniform $200. Unless you want to run track with the gym shorts, you gotta get that real spandex thing.
Yeah, that
like
tight shit.
Yeah, and those were like $200. I was like, bro, you asking for $400? I ain't gonna
$600 in total.
You feel me? I ain't gonna ask my mama for no bread for a hobby that might not guarantee that you gonna get out, because everybody not nice. You feel me? Like, I was nice, but everybody not nice.
You can't say that, because then that means that you cheated yourself.
I did. I was nice.
Exactly.
I
so it's like,
I didn't ask
but you cheated yourself in the sense you doubted the fact that you could, progress in this in a level to where you could be famous, Olympics. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's no hold bars, there's no limits. So the fact that you said, oh, it's a hobby that's not gonna get me nowhere, that's like what a lot of people think. And then there's other people who, off that same hobby, their whole life changes.
You gotta remember, sometimes too, it depends on the household. So you might have a parent that might invest in you, not because they believe
not
you're
always.
going. No, I'm saying, like, they might invest in you, not in the sense of you're gonna get there, but just so they can see you
do something and like you be happy and everything.
Yeah, but I come from, you gotta produce. You feel me? Like, it comes from that. Like, for lack of better terms, it's like immigrant parents be like, oh, you gotta be a doctor, you gotta be because they know the end result. You feel me? But you tell them, man, I want to run track. Okay, what comes with it?
Yeah, what do you get out of it?
They don't know, understand. You feel me? Like, they don't know scholarships might come out of that.
Yeah, if school is paid for. Yeah. You don't gotta come out of pocket for certain things. But I understand.
You don't know. They don't know that breakdown. Sometimes you might not know that breakdown.
I feel like that happens with a lot of people's dreams and shit like that. Like, your parents are not your biggest supporters sometimes.
That's a fact.
So
we're at that age that we're parents. So we're not all like I say not all of us, but there's a majority of us nowadays that are like the parents from back then.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yeah, some people still keep those same tendencies that their parents did with them, which is sad to say, because then you see the kids end up growing up with the same mindset, kind of the same, and the same mannerisms and shit. So it makes you wonder, like, okay, who's gonna break the cycle? But that's where it leads back to that same point when you're saying this is a hobby that might not get me nowhere. It's like, why that mindset? Why that mindset? Because that mindset is our parents' mindset.
Yeah.
Instead of the mindset, you know what? Fuck it. If I could do it, if it gets me somewhere, it gets me somewhere. If it doesn't, I got a story to tell, and I got experience. You know what I'm saying? It's not even trying, because then if you got experience, you could teach somebody. You could help somebody get to the level. You know what I'm saying? And then that's your reward out of that. Same shit with music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
you could dig into that, like, musically, because you did music for a while.
Yeah, so that's like, essentially, most people want to take the artist route. A couple people want to take the engineering route. That was back then. Now you got people that take on both roles in one. So it changes things to the point where you still need an engineer to clean things up, but you can get by with what you're recording and the things you learn. Like Lil Tyler, he did that shit on BandLab.
On the phone, I remember he said it. That made me want to rap again for a little boy. I like, boy, that boy came out fire with it. I like, man, let me jump back in the booth. I like, hold up.
I mean,
yeah, you ain't got to know. I like, man. Cause remember back then, like, the music industry changed heavily, because we came from a standpoint where you could be 30 in the industry at one point, and you still
can.
Now they trying to rebrand it. Cause remember, we had the SoundCloud rapper,
but it's always been a young kid's game.
For shit show. Cause even Rakim, when he jumped in, he was early, like what, 18, 19, 20.
You got to think of Cameron.
Cameron was 16. Yeah, 16.
Cameron was a
14 to 16.
Yeah, like,
you feel me? Like,
all these niggas was jits. So when they got to the point where it became, you know what, let's take this to a different level. It's like, now you got more access to information on the internet. Those who do it right can get, like, they could find out how to make a split sheet. They could find out how to give people the right percentages and whatnot. Like, those are things that
we liked back in the days, where it's actually you had to pay to play.
I don't even think it was that, bro. I think it was more the fact that people just didn't want to do the research.
It was also, remember, back then the information wasn't given to you. You had to, because even remember, like, with Michael Jackson, when he had to go get his deal, renegotiate his deal, he told Master P, actually, I'm jumping around, but Master P, when he was getting his deal or searching around for the deal, he asked who's the best lawyer in the industry. They told him, hey, Michael Jackson's lawyer is the best lawyer in the industry to actually negotiate your deal for you. He went and talked to him. That boy said, man, just to even talk to me alone, $100,000. Just to give you the information away. Not for me to represent you and sign that contract for you. Just to give you that information that you're looking for. Was like, don't quote me on the money though, but I think it was about $100,000. You feel me? Give or take. It was low, I say low 5 figures. I mean, mid 5 figures, but low 6 figures, like probably 100. And that's how he got the deal. Cause what he got, Master P got a what, 80-20? Or 80,
I ain't gonna lie to you, I wouldn't know, bro.
Cause I think Stunner Birdman got 90-10. So Master P
got a really good deal,
but he got that based off what P got. P got this. He said, all right,
he basically followed the strategy, and I feel like a lot of people are able to do that now. A lot of people were able to do that before, but they just didn't know the approach. Like,
it was a who's who.
The Wiz Khalifa approach is like, that was it. Like, I'm making music, I'm doing my thing, I'm going everywhere, just me and my team. We're doing it off our budget. Now, if you gonna come to me, you got to come to me with a situation that makes sense, because I know the game. Yeah. So when I say that, for us, when we had people that, like, were in after Wiz and them, like, these niggas were going crazy off a Twitter retweet, a shout out. Like, when Lil Uzi came down here, did a show, shouted out X, Little Pump, Smoke Perp, and all these niggas, I'm like, yo, and these little niggas had traction already. They was already doing.
That's all it took at one point. Social media was generating your buzz. Cause remember, even when I did the what's it called? I can't remember the song, but whatever. The one I did the music for,
The video for.
Yeah, I shot the video. When I shot that, I had a SoundCloud. When I posted it on SoundCloud, it had probably 70 plays, like within one day. And I'm like, I'm not promoting it around or whatever. Pacino was doing that. But as soon as I had the Twitter following, most I ever had was like 1,500 followers. I never exceeded that at one point. But it was the fact that my page had traction. I kept going viral. I remember that was during the phase when people would take virality and put whatever they're promoting at the bottom. So you'll take your music video or World Star Hip Hop link, throw it at the bottom, and it was actually generating traffic.
That started a wave because they still do that now. Like if any post goes viral, it'll be like underneath there's a link like check this out.
It doesn't hit like it used to hit back then.
It doesn't.
And then it used to be like, man, what you...
So, fuck the whole music shit. Now that you said that, you made me think of something, though. And I had to ask you, how is it that you gain so much attention on Twitter, in a sense? Because you're expressive on Twitter, but like only people that know you in a sense. But it feels like in person, people that know you and they understand your energy and shit. They understand like, you know, the type of person you are and everything. So it's like we know Dolo, but it's like all these motherfuckers on Twitter, it seems like they know the same person we know in a way, but they don't see much of you on Twitter though.
I always tell people be who you are in a sense, but I've been tweeting since I say 09 when you had the text to tweet. So I had that at first. I had that account. I forgot why I even found Twitter, how I found Twitter, but I had it at one point. I used to be on the little Samsung or whatever at school, texting my tweets. I'm getting notifications, but I can't respond because I don't know how to reply to tweet. You know how to text a tweet, but you don't know how to, you know what I mean? And
you can't reply to it because back then it was difficult. You had to like
get on the laptop, the web, or whatever. So I ain't know how to do that, but I've been tweeting since then. But I never tweeted in the sense of I need attention. You feel me? Like people tweet with I want this to go viral. I want followers to do. Cause you remember back then people used to DM you like, yo, can you retweet this for me?
Yeah.
Like, I never did that. I had no reason to do that. Like I treated Twitter like sad to say or whatever, diary or whatever, or
it's a journal.
Or let me classify it as an intrusive thought clearer. You feel me? If you got something on your brain, let me just knock it out and throw it though. You feel me? Like and I don't need you to respond back to me.
Because it's a no. I mean, that's how I treat it every time. Like
it's not for us. It's not for we. It's
for me.
You feel me? So I used to just do that all the time. So it got to the point that people hit me up like, yo,
I think the same way.
You feel me? Oh, yo, I wanted to say that, but I ain't know
how to say
you feel
it.
me? And it's just like, bro, like I let it be known, like, bro, this is me right here. Because people have that misconception of you meet somebody and they're a different person than what they are on social media. I'm not. You feel me? I am who I am on social media to a degree at one point. Because back then, you couldn't talk to me. Like 09, 2010, 2011, I was not approachable, none of that. Like,
even after then, like when I met you, you wasn't the type that was big on social media.
Yeah.
You do like a video in the club here, a pic with money, you know what I'm saying, months later and shit.
I was always a tweeter, but I was never a poster, if that makes sense.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
I'm not a person that I don't post where I'm at. I never was into that. Like that sad to say, that's also my downfall in the sense of I got so much dead homies, but I don't have no photos of the dead homies. You feel me? I have so much people I miss, but I have no evidence that I even knew them. Aside of words of like,
it's outside of the moments y'all had together.
People go around like, how you know? I've been knew him. Like, me and you ain't got no photos from back then. I've known you for 10 years. I have zero photos from you. You feel me?
That's a fact though.
I never took photos, bro.
Except that one time when we was in the studio. Yeah. But even then, they weren't like professional photos.
You feel me? And I never even posted that. Like, because I never posted anywhere I was at, anyone I met, anyone I was with. I've been around how many celebrities? You know what I mean? You've been in studio.
You're just a very private individual overall.
I treat my life like that, but that's based on my upbringing as well, for the simple fact that I was raised on hide what you care about. You feel me? So it's like I hide everything. Like I never posted homies. I never posted significant others. You could never find my family on social media. My mother's picture's not on social media.
Right.
My dead homies aren't on social media. I don't even when I say RIP, I don't say names on social media. For the simple fact that I know if you cherish something, you gotta hide it for a certain extent. You feel me? Like even like I tell people sometimes, like, yo,
damn,
watch how you post your kids sometimes, because you might get in an argument.
Yeah.
You feel me? You might mind your business and give a simple opinion.
Yeah.
Go like, hey, I don't like what's the name music. Ain't this your kid? Ain't this your fucking family? Ain't this your grandma with dialysis? Ain't this your... And it's like, damn, homie, now I gotta crash out and do something to you. And it's like, dog.
Shout out to
like,
everyone on Clubhouse. I'm sorry. It was not my fault. I'm kidding. I ain't do nothing. Nah.
I don't know what happened on Clubhouse. I ain't been on that bitch since 2020. That shit dropped. When you
2020 or 2019?
2020.
Yeah, 2020, yeah. 2020.
I had
the
it,
invite only shit.
That's when I had it. I mean, it's because of I used to hear Ice and shit from Joe Budden podcast, but that's when I heard about it.
It's crazy. But you said that about Twitter, right? You were like, you don't know how you got on Twitter. I remember when I got on Twitter, it was mainly because like it was before I got on it was when Twitter came out. Mm-hmm. So I had the same situation you had. I was on the Samsung joint, and I'm sitting here. You gotta go to the browser, log in, try to type a tweet, and it was a long process. But then I got into it again after because of Chicago. Like,
oh, because of the drill scene.
The whole drill scene, everybody was like,
yeah,
they turned like, you remember, you still had news on there, like regular news. Like Twitter was always a spot you could get everything on the spot. Mm-hmm. But like when it came to like, GP, for some odd reason, JoJo, like music and all that other shit, or like vlogs and shit, like damn, it was like damn, Twitter's actually like an outlet for all this shit. Yeah. So you could go there and find out information, and sometimes it be the direct source tweeting some crazy shit, and you like, hold on, what the fuck?
Like, people don't know I was supposed to have a feature with FBG Duck in 2010. You know what I mean? Like that boy charging like $150, like early.
Yeah, you know I remember that.
I was talking to people early. I've been on Twitter like so long. Like I've had conversation with people. People be like, "Yo, how the hell you know what's his name?" It's like, bro, we used to be on here just chopping it up. There's video faces and Drake music videos that I know personally. Yeah, like they done blew up. You feel me? Your time.
Nah, I see you all the time. That's why I asked. Like the sense of like the amount of people that you've encountered off Twitter. It's like, have you used that following to your advantage in a sense to where in your business or in not even, because not your personal life, but I'm saying in your business, like any business, because you do, you know.
I've I'll say for a fact, we got like 2 minutes left right quick, but I'll say for the simple fact that I have made money off Twitter, I've made connections off Twitter. RP my homie Hank. He's the one that got me in the independent insurance adjusting industry.
Oh,
just because
shit,
we met on Twitter originally. Then things happened and expired, things happened in life, and I was like, yo, come my way. And he pulled up on me, whatever. And then he was seeing the lifestyle I was living, and he was like, man, transition to this because it'll match whatever you do right now. So that's how I got into the industry. I'm making 6 figures a year off that simply.
That's fire. Shout out to Hank, R.I.P.
You feel me? Then it was I met another individual, I won't speak of his name. He showed me something as well. I made 6 figures off that as well. I met I got endless outlets and connections that I brought, and then I brought some people together as well. So it benefits everything together. I got people in the industry. Shout out to Bees in the industry, gov tech industry.
Mm-hmm.
I done sent people her books and her page from time to time.
Yeah, nah, you put me on. You definitely put me on.
So I have connections to the point where it's not all for me in a sense. You feel me? I have connections in different aspects. You feel me? Shout out Steven as well. Steven he flies here with the insurance adjusting thing. Where it's to the point like if I need something and I don't know how to do it, I know somebody that knows how to do it, or somebody hits me up like, yo, I need something.
So whatever. It's kind of like your network is your network type of thing.
You feel me? So if we base it off that, I'm worth about $1 billion just off connections. You feel me? I got one person worth $1 billion. That's one of my homies right now. You feel me? But we'll get back to y'all shortly. Continue this conversation. We about to take a quick pause. So whatever Malcolm in the Middle be doing this shit. Oh, I need that. Welcome back to the project about something, podcast about something, something about something. We'll figure out the name later. What was it discussing prior to everything about your net worth being your?
We just jump into something else. Fuck it.
Shit. I feel like complaining.
Let's
I don't
do
know what
it.
to complain about though. Damn. See, one thing I like about this is unscripted. A lot of things might go wrong.
Yeah, we don't even know what the fuck going on, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, things might go right. But we're working on it for y'all.
You know what it is? We are putting in the effort.
That's what counts.
Putting in the effort. That's what counts. That's what builds confidence. You start saying you don't know what you're doing, but you're just going to jump into it because who's going to tell you different?
Unless it's drugs.
Unless it's drugs.
If you're selling, it's different. But if you're using,
hell no. Unless it's drugs.
Unless it's drugs,
Do the right thing.
like Spike Lee. You feel me? And he still be at the New York Knicks.
You know that. You know that.
Wearing
Go Knicks. Yeah.
Oh, he from that side.
You
Yeah.
know that. Yeah.
They ain't going nowhere.
Yes, we
I
are.
don't know shit about sports like that, but they ain't going nowhere.
Yes, we are.
Yeah,
Because I'm a believer. You see? The confidence. That's what I'm talking about.
Nigga, I've been waiting on Melo to win the ring for how long just so I could brag about that shit. I used to love that. I ain't gonna lie, his son might go there. So y'all, that's the only way y'all gonna get there. When his son get there and they gotta build that team around little buddy, yeah, that shit.
Nah, we still going, bro. I'm telling
Right,
you,
y'all
we
had,
got it this year.
Y'all had
We
that
got
boy
it.
from Wuhan. What was his name?
I ain't gonna lie to you, I can't remember.
The Chinese nigga. Yo, balling like Kobe.
What you mean?
Kobe actually made him
Lin?
cry. Yeah.
Bro,
That boy was sparking the
Yeah,
shit. You saw
but
what
for how
happened?
long?
Probably a week and a half. But that boy was ripping that shit. After that, where that boy went? He went to the
Fuck, I
Bulls.
keep getting out of frame. I don't even know, bro.
I know he went to the Lakers and he cried.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Damn, y'all so mean."
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm just like you. I'm not really into sports. I'm more of a
I like.
chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get into some fashion.
I watch the aspects,
to
like
some women.
You feel me? I watch the aspects behind things. Like I'm not a sports fanatic, but I'm like, we got a podcast for that. That's the fuck. They filmed the shit here too. Like damn. Shout out. It's not. I was about to say the Wolfpack, but that's not it. Sports Bender podcast. Shout out to y'all. I apologize. You feel me? I'll never do it again. But yeah, they filmed that sports shit. I don't give a fuck about that sports shit. But yeah, we have a lot of things going on nowadays. We got the beef finally ended. Not really ended, but it reignited with Joe Budden and Drake. It's never gonna die down. You know why I love that?
think that's ever gonna die.
It's not serious. Reason it'll never be serious for the simple fact that I know for a fact I used to watch Joe Budden TV on YouTube. People don't know before podcasting existed.
Yeah, he had Joe Budden TV.
Yeah, with Tahiri back in the days. You feel me? When he snuck under her bed and all that freaky deaky shit. People don't know Joe Budden has a fake. It's not a fake thumb, but he had a thumb surgery back in the day. Yeah, his thumb was fucked up. That's how big of a Joe Budden fan I am.
Yeah.
Like, Mood Music, all that shit, like Ordinary Love shit, 1, 2, 3, 4. You feel me? Like, what's it called? He had a song. It was called Padded Room. That's not the song, but it's called Pray For Me. I used to bump that shit. I robbed a few. No, I didn't. I borrowed a lot of things from individuals with consent,
Nice save, son.
but they said it low, so I couldn't hear that they consented to things of that nature. But I will reimburse y'all in the future if you remember my face. Some of y'all probably don't for particular reasons, but dementia, that's the purpose. But I used to walk around bumping that shit back in the days, man. Like, I love that music, man. It got me through a lot of shit in life and got some of y'all into some shit in life. But y'all probably, damn, this nigga crazy. He bumping that Boosie. No, this depressed light-skinned nigga in my ear.
Yo.
Crying his heart out, bro, because his girl getting donkey fucked.
Yo, son.
Gerald Smith fucked this bitch. Yeah, he cried about that. Damn, Joe Budden, I love you, man. Like, on some gangster shit, though. For real. Like, I love Joe Budden. I die by Joe Budden.
Son, every time I hear the name Joe Budden, I think about that one video when them little niggas was in the street
And he'll chase them
in
with the rocks.
Jersey, and he chased them niggas. Bro, I forever
And you know why he went there? Drake. Literally because of Drake.
Yeah, them niggas was trolling.
Like, don't play these games, bro. I kiss my dog in the mouth. Guess what I'll do to you? Like, what is wrong with you, nigga? It's jerk off Joe, nigga. He be beating his dog dick, man. What I'ma do to you, nigga? Like, shit ain't safe here. Feel me? Joe Budden, I love you. Please don't fuck me up and get me canceled.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get this podcast somewhere. I know you got the Spotify connections. You feel me? Don't fuck me up. You feel me? I'll let you talk your shit even though you don't know me, but yeah. But
I mean, I have no part.
Yeah. You know what you is? You Park for this podcast. Yeah, Park is a Park legendary engineer. Park a legendary engineer.
I don't even engineer. No
I know,
more.
but you did
the
at
last
one
time I got behind the board.
But that's how they come about.
True.
Yeah, they can.
You're right, though. You're right.
You see, he fired everybody. I won't fire you. He can fire Park. You feel me? Like, he fired everybody. Nigga, everybody on that shit done got replaced. Nigga replaced the couch too. Like, bro, everything got replaced.
Yo, this nigga know way too much about Joe Budden, bro.
Ain't nothing in that bitch stayed the same.
Dog,
Marlon Rory gone.
You really like a fan of Joe Budden?
Hell yeah, I love that shit. Man, him and Drake was like this. You feel me? Bro, me ho, yo ho. Drake took Tahiri out on a date and they ain't beef about it after that. They was still cool. Them niggas are fucking the same hoes.
Tahiri fire though.
Remember, Drake looked up to Joe Budden. That mood shit that he be having, people fail to realize that comes from Joe Budden. Joe Budden opened that lane up. It just, he didn't ascend to the level that he deserved to get to. But that boy a fire ass lyricist.
Yeah, that's a fact. Slaughterhouse.
The only thing setback that he had was remember the game used to be based off hooks.
Yeah, he was more of a freestyle guy. He didn't come
from that era. He came from
battle rap,
penmanship. I don't speak battle rap by Joe because the way that shit went hurt my heart. But that penmanship, A1. That's that nigga.
See, you remember? I don't know much about Joe.
No, I'm just saying, like, yeah, that's a me thing. But
you don't think he was good at Slaughterhouse?
Bro, he fucked that whole shit up. He was great at that shit.
I was about to say, I was like,
him, Crocodile, Royce the 5'9", Joel Ortiz.
Okay, I was about to say, I was like, you think? I was like, yo,
Yahweh ain't get his just deserved flowers. People are sleeping on Joel Ortiz.
Man, yo,
you feel me? Like that boy,
thank you.
One of them ones, you feel me? Chico, light skin, that boy, one of them ones, bro.
Boy, that nigga could rap his ass off. Bro. But Joe Budden and Slaughterhouse, bro, you got it. Nigga was top rapper to me. Like, yeah, Eminem is fire, Royce the 5'9" is fire, all them other niggas is fire, but nah, there was nobody matching Joe though.
Remember, we come from that era. Like, people fail to realize. We don't even come from that. We descend from that era. Because back then, at one point, the people that ran the songs were the people that started the verse and whoever closed out the verse. People ain't know that. We ain't give a fuck about who in the middle. Like, whoever opens that verse up,
unless they were fire though.
You feel me? You had to be the one that. You feel me? You might be in the middle and you not that fire to the people in the studio, but everybody that listen to it like, yo, run that back. And then it becomes the next. You'll see somebody on the next song and they the one that closing the verse.
Yeah,
that's how it used to be.
Speaking on that though, not to like
now you good.
Take your point off of that, right? But like, how do you feel about not the music industry now? Not like, you know what I'm saying, what's really like panning out, but like, how do you feel about music now, like as a consumer?
I hate it. I hate everything about it. I perceived or predicted this was gonna happen down the line eventually at one point when it used to be, you know, you used to have at least 3 verses on a song. You feel me? An album used to be at least 2 hours or whatever the case may be. You could do a road trip from here to Orlando on one.
I'm gonna be real with you. I ain't never listened to like a lot of like
old school.
No, I listened to old school, but like 2 hours.
No, but remember back then you could just throw something and ride to it, like, and not even look at the timing. But when you look at the back of the soundtrack and you add up everything, you like, damn, this shit was 2 hours. But you just close it so much you ain't notice.
7-minute songs, even now, somebody drops a 7-minute song, I'm not saying that.
Man, you know how much One Blood I heard? Nigga, I'm on the feature and I ain't even asked for that shit. You feel me? You know how much One Blood hurt? Like, bro. Like, you know, nigga, they made a... bro.
They made... Oh, shit, I'm still getting cut out the frame. Fuck.
Like, One Blood, man. Like, yeah, you can vibe this way, but One Blood, bro.
Because then I'm going to be over this.
Like, you see the things we go to when you ain't got a cameraman? We doing this ourselves, motherfucker. But, oh my God.
That nigga died.
I'm back. But, yeah. That audio gonna hurt they ears. But you know how much One Blood I heard at one point, bro? It was like to the point. It was like getting the feature was good. You feel me? But also I saw shit changing when I learned that hooks started running things. Back then you needed a hook. You get a light skinned nigga with braids that could sing his ass off. You feel me? Probably got a few allegations and shit like that. Can't read. You feel me? Whatever the case, can't write. You know what I'm talking about.
Them dyslexic niggas was talented.
Like, people in the studio like, yo, you gotta watch out for him. You feel me? He be eating paint in the corner sometimes. Like, you gotta watch out about that young nigga. Like, we heard he be touching shit, but we ain't got no proof yet. But just stay away from that boy.
That's what those were the people that could sing to you
like a motherfucker.
That's
you heard him background vocal. You like, who the hell is this? We can't put his name on there, bro. That boy he fighting a nasty charge. You feel me? The whole time he just.
Well, you ain't lying because like there would be times, and this is a real thing. Like I noticed this back in the days. A lot of the crackheads were some of the best singers.
Yeah,
and I'm talking about like on the block, city to city. You always had somebody that knew that one crackhead that you get that nigga.
Crack smoke, bro.
Whatever, you know what I'm saying? And hit a note.
Bro, nigga.
We're gonna sing his ass off.
Tapping on that, man.
Yeah.
Man. No lie, my
still got one of them out here.
You can find them. Crackheads don't die.
Yo, that's a fact.
Crackheads don't die.
That's a fact.
Name a dead crackhead. Crackheads don't die. They live to old age. Crack don't kill. It just make you still. Name a dead crackhead. A nigga that was begging you for change back in 1999, begging you for change right now, ain't age a soul.
You know, you saying that. I went to the gym the other day, and there's this old dude. I think he's white, or I think he's Cuban or whatnot. But one day I'm gonna ask him. But since I moved to Florida, son's been homeless in the same area.
Funny thing about that. My life a weird story. So I lived in Liberty City as a jit. I almost said the B word, but I don't use bum. I learned that from DMX. But homeless individual. At one point, I'm talking about dreads, matted up, look white, look like Bob Marley. Bob Marley is half white. That's another fun fact. But dreads,
Twitter gems.
Yeah, dread matted up, bro. Cool as hell. Yeah, homie name was Radio. Cool as hell, bro. Lived in Liberty City. At the plaza, on Brownsville Plaza. We on the store over there. Bro. I knew him since 2001 till I grew up type shit. Pulling up, talking to him. Nice ass dude. Used to wash the windows for the stores for us. He the one that taught me that you use newspaper, use newspaper to clean the window up. It don't leave no stains or nothing like that. Another fun fact for y'all. But
newspaper and vinegar change your life.
Change your life. So he taught me all that. Bro, I'm telling mine. All is off of the money. No, I'm good. I just need food. That's it.
Damn.
Never. You used to chill in the store with me every day. I'm a jit. Nigga. It's family pop around. Yo, we heard our brother's here. He's been hiding for so and so years. He didn't want to. Bro, this nigga a millionaire. He escaped the household because his mom couldn't fathom the lifestyle that he was living at the point he just clipped it, like became homeless. Bro, they offered to take him. He like, nah, I'm not trying to go. Like, fuck it.
He wanted to live a different life.
Yeah. Eventually they took him though. He left, but that boy came back and popped back up, sharp, clean as ever. Because I'm looking at him, I'm analyzing. I'm like, bro, you don't do drugs. You feel me? You might drink a beer here, but you don't ask for beer. Because I used to see the real homeless niggas that ask for beer that taught me that you could drink mouthwash to get drunk. You feel me? So they'll come to the store. Don't do this at home, kids.
It's like a small percentage of alcohol in mouthwash.
Yeah, but there'll be grits though. It used to be the old little small bottle. They used to be yellow. I forgot what flavor I'm talking about.
I got no idea.
You know, it's that hard shit. But it used to be a cheap one, bro. Like you buy it for $1 at the store. They'll buy like 2-3 of those and just chug it, bro, and just get drunk. You feel me? Breath fresh as hell. Grits, bro. Fresh air, bro. Just grits on the side of the Bank of America on 27th to 54th. Right there next to the
had a Listerine bottles in his pocket type shit.
tapped out. You feel me? Like I used to be like, bro, like
that's crazy.
You know what I mean? So I learned a lot of things in the hood, but I was like, bro, like there's a lot of ways to get away around things. You feel me? But yeah, like shout out to them, like crackheads don't die.
That's a fact.
That'd be the title of this episode. Crackheads
don't die.
Name a dead crackhead.
Yeah. Nah, but I don't know if son's a crackhead, but I will say this, but boy looks the same. He like I know people that have died before him.
Maybe
that are younger than him type shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, son, this man could walk. Like he walks. Like I've seen him in Broward, and I'm like, how the fuck is this nigga over here?
Bro, there used to be a homeless guy on University. By the way, we live in Florida. Just in case you're wondering why all these streets that we're mentioning don't make sense. This is Broward and Dade, but there's one on
the streets and locations. I ain't said what.
Yeah, man. But it's because I done seen all this like physically. So for you to know the blueprint of what goes on in my mind, these are the locations. So just in case you want to go myth bust something, like there used to be a crackhead in University and things. And bro, homie, always had a fresh suit every day, brand new suit. Clean as ever. Nigga tried to sell me a bike back in middle school. I should have bought it. It was like $300 worth, but he wanted like $50 for it.
That's a smart man. He dressed up in a suit, trying to sell you a bike. But you know that's a good investment because you could have took the bike to school and back home.
Yeah. Nah. My school was like a bop away. Like,
but then he would have stole it. What if he would have stole a bike back?
Oh, niggas did steal bikes from me that I stole.
That's what I'm saying.
Like back then, you used to go steal somebody's bike, spray painted black.
But what if it was him stealing the bag?
I feel like he probably
and then painted it and coming back to you. Like
I caught one of the person that stole the bike. It was my homie's little brother, but that was one of my 7 bikes that got stolen. I had 7 bikes on the balcony. I was coming up. Like if he had a bike, I needed that. Like Huffies, Mongols, whatever. I need that, especially if it got the pegs on it. I need that. You feel me?
I was looking DR. For me, it was GTs.
Nah, we took it. Oh yeah, I ain't had that. I had one of them little Mexican lowrider thingies that you walk and ride that shit for nothing, bro. It's move left and go
all
right.
Sorts of fucking the chopper shit.
Yeah, I had one of them like all red. That shit was like $600. Nice as hell. My mama never asked where you got these bikes from.
My friend let me borrow it
for life. She ain't never asked, bro. Like ever. I love you, mom. Just never ask questions. I told her later though.
Shout out mom for never asking questions.
You feel me? She knew at the get go because she ain't give me no money. You know what I mean? She just knew I came back with a bike. You know what I mean? And my dad ain't ask questions either because he probably asked her and she like shit.
I don't know.
He bought it. You know what I mean? Like shout out moms for lying for me. I know you probably lied a lot behind the scenes, but yeah, I had a bunch of bikes, bro. You know what I mean? Then I learned how to never mind. But we gonna get somewhere. If it's transportation, then yeah.
You learned how to make a living. That's what it is.
Yeah, before Ubers, yeah. Before Ubers,
a lot of shout out them boys. Shout out the yellow taxis.
Yeah, that too, and people that let you borrow their cars when they're home sleeping. You know what I mean? Yeah, shout out to them too. We appreciate all of y'all. Like the things that y'all have done for society. You might find your car in a random parking lot eventually. You feel me? But
again, so yeah, this is South Florida.
Things do happen. Things do happen. We a lot of things. Statute of limitations. Yes. Yes, great things. Yes. Our president is a felon. We appreciate it. So, as we switch from topic of discussions from things that we should not be speaking about, but I can speak about because statute of limitation. What's it called? What do you have planned for the New Year's?
The next New Year's, 26?
No, this is the New Year's right now. The Chinese New Year's just passed.
2025. Shit, first quarter's closing in. I'm really trying to see what direction I want to take my life now.
You see, the good thing about life is it's how you make it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like if you count it years, people complain like my year's over with because January went to shit, February went to shit. But if you count it in quarters,
exactly.
Like first quarter I ain't do what I need to do, but I'm executing.
Exactly.
I mean,
I'm locking in.
A biggest motto I learned, I don't know, Starlito was the first to say this, but he said in the song, you don't fail if you don't quit. You feel me? Or you don't fail until you quit. You feel me? That's the proper quote. So I always tell people, man, failure is ideology mentally. As long as you give up, if you don't give up, you never fail. You just learn to move forward. You feel me?
I feel like a lot of people like just end up going into a negative mindset. Oh, this year sucked for me. Like a lot of people were saying that. I noticed people just have that repeated issue to where they say this year sucked or that year 2023, 2024. And I'm sitting here thinking, I was like, damn, my year wasn't that bad. I mean, you had moments, you lost people and whatnot, but then when I see it like what we were just saying in quarters, I'm like, yo, fourth quarter was fire.
Me, my mentality is, man, as long as I got breath in my ears to complain about another day, I'm appreciative.
That's a great way to say
it. As long as because there's a lot of people that can't complain no more. You know what I mean? As long as you can complain, appreciate that motherfucker. You feel me? Because it's gonna come one day when you can't even complain about shit. You know
you ain't lying. I mean, that's a good thing. I find myself now this year and using the sense of instead of complaining, changing.
That was going into my motto too. My other motto, my word tongue twisted. My other motto is, don't complain about things you cannot change. You feel me?
Facts.
Just accept it for what it is, but know who you are at the same time. You feel me? Like, no, I can't adjust this here, but I know how to move about it, or you know how to add that to your lifestyle to know how it actually benefits you at the long run. It's like somebody that says, I'll give you a perfect example. It's giving a artist that paints the wrong paint. You're going to add it on that canvas and adjust to.
Yeah, you're going to adjust. You're going to work with what you got.
And you can mix two paints together and get the paint that you wanted. You might not get what you wanted at the beginning, but if you put certain things together and add certain substances together, you could adjust to actually fit your needs. You feel me?
What life gives you, make lemonade.
Life is your canvas. You the painter. You feel me? You move with what you get. Whatever is thrown at you is paint. But if you want blue, you know what I mean? I don't know the color wheel, so don't ask me what two colors go together to give you blue right now. You feel me? But for better lack of better terms, if you want green and I throw yellow at you, throw blue at that. You know what I mean? If you want green and I throw blue at you, throw yellow at that. You feel me? So it's like, don't always think like, oh, life is black, dull, and gray. Like, nah, play with it, but you're going to get the color that you want at the end of the day if you know what to put together. You feel me?
I feel like most people don't see it like that due to certain things. Like the internet now plays a big part in that. And I'm not saying it in a negative way. Like, I love the internet. I laugh every fucking day. I find that there should be a little more bullying allowed, but to an extent, you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
I bring that.
So, for me, nigga, you put something in the comments, I'm finna tell you.
I bring that to the table. I bring suffering. I bring a little bit of je ne sais quoi. I bring a little bit of fat shaming. I bring a little bit of
fat shaming.
It's suffering. You feel me? I bring all that to the. I bring misery. You feel me? I say every day, like, not everybody's in this life to make life
fun.
Yeah, like we need people that makes like life dull, or not even dull. Like we need extremists. You feel me? Not crazy, crazy or mentally ill extremists, because we have those with them.
You still need those.
Yeah, because they funny to look at. Like racist people, funny. You remember that? I ain't gonna lie, a racist person funny as hell, bro. Like you be seeing what them white folks be saying. I'm like, bro, you dumb as a box of rocks full of cocks and socks, boy. Like you know what you saying? You know what I mean? Like I
but
laugh
it's not just them. You got other people that are like, you got some of your own kind that are racist too.
Oh hell yeah!
I've experienced that a lot recently.
I'm racist as hell. Not in that way. I'm damn. I don't get monetized. I'm not racist in that way, but it's
definitely
like
cutting that and switching over to something else.
We keeping it, but it's like what's it called? Like people, it's like the same. Actually, we're not gonna dive into this topic. Yeah,
no,
you feel me?
Probably on Peloton. Subscribe to Peloton.
Yeah,
we got y'all with the explicit talking and whatnot.
Yeah, we're not gonna jump into this topic because it's a sensitive topic. But Hunter Biden got what the fuck he got?
Pardon
by his daddy.
Yeah,
nigga got caught with them hookers.
Would you do that too though if it was your jet?
Hell yeah. And then we sliding back and doing it again. You know Joe Budden was back there taking them footages. He a freak off in that nigga, man. He was in that room, man. That was in that room, man. Freaky Joe, man, was in that room, man. Name a nigga. Joe Budden, Joe Biden. All freaky ass niggas, nigga. Name a Joe that ain't freaky.
Oh, I thought you were talking about, see, there you go. See,
Fat Joe.
I thought you was talking about Joe Budden. I was about to say Uncle Joe, but why he talking about all the Joes?
Nigga, Joe, the singer Joe, Black Joe, the bald one. I used to sing to them hoes. Excuse my language, ladies. Dark skinned Joe, you know what? Yeah, all them niggas freaky as hell. It's one way or one shape or form of freak of nature will occur
if there's a Joe around. Is what you're saying. So anytime there's a Joe around, there's some freaky shit about to happen.
Yes,
that's wild. Yeah.
If name a Joe that ain't Joe the C. The one Joe I see. That them niggas.
I was about to say Joe Rogan, but some
Joe Rogan freak is his, and he slapped his wife. And was that Joe Rogan?
I don't think so.
Which one runs the UFC thingy?
That's Dana White.
Oh, he slapped his wife, and they let it slide. Yeah, Dana White. One of them. I no Joe Rogan. If I said it by mistake, I apologize. Dana White. If I said it by mistake, I probably don't apologize. But I think it was Dana White.
It was Dana White.
Yeah, he slapped the hell out of his girl, and they let that shit slide. Like nothing happened. They said, "Oh, we ain't see that."
I don't think it was that. I don't think it was that. It was definitely publicized.
What you gonna punish the nigga that run the business?
No, they didn't. There was no punishment for it in a sense. I mean, we don't know the details
Reflexes.
of it, so. But I do know that. Damn, son.
He be fighting a lot. So he put that nigga. We're gonna cut this out. Yeah,
we are against abuse to female dogs,
LGBT
children, anyone, men, anyone. We're against any type of abuse.
I'm not for domestic violence in the slightest. You feel me? Like at all. Like you feel me? Like at all. You feel me? Like only thing a nigga should beat in this life is his meat. You feel me? Like nothing else. Like don't put hands. Yeah. Don't put hands, feet, knees, and toes on nobody. Yeah, I mean, like gentlemen, unless men fighting each other, that's different. Continue that. This is what state we in? You know, the mutual combat state. Yeah. Meet up, run them phase, knock each other out, whatever. We here for that and all.
People don't fight no more though.
Y'all pussy, and that's why y'all dying off them perks. You know what I mean? Dumbass niggas. Niggas don't know how to fight, shooting each other over there, traumatized. Bitch, you could have took an ass whooping, went home and took an Advil.
I mean, a lot of people would be saved right now if they would have just took the ass whooping. But nowadays, it's like, I'm gonna lie, guns are very accessible, so anyone could essentially reach for it.
Yeah,
you out of there just because you threw a punch or whatever.
It's the mentality we're all playing on defense right now. You feel me?
Everybody
like,
being in
because it's like I whoop your ass, you shoot me. You whoop my ass, you probably thinking I might shoot you. Yeah. And sometimes it's not even that's the entourage. Like, somebody in that circle might like that one video. Little buddy shot homie because his homie got knocked out. Your man pussy. Yeah, you know what I mean? How you doing? You feel me? Like, man, take care.
But I mean that happens a lot though. Like I just seen a video of dude that was trying to buy some sneakers.
Oh, they got shot at.
They got into the fight, but he snuffed him. Bow.
And he got shot at.
We're gonna get back to y'all.
Oh, we're back for part 3 of the Something About Something podcast.
We're not gonna add these parts. We just gonna get right into it. Yeah, we get to that.
So, topic of discussion. We done changed around a lot of things. Damn, I don't want to discuss that. I don't like discussing like federal sounding shit.
Oh hell, talking about that?
Yeah, we ain't talking about that. I hate when that's one thing I really actually hate. Now you good on that? One thing I actually hate is when bloggers discuss open cases.
Yeah, that's why. Nah,
like what's going on with the Lil Durk situation? Like I'm not gonna mention it because he innocent, but I keep seeing like blogs like, oh, he should have never done this. He never did that. Oh, he should. Oh, perfect example. That white that white blonde bitch.
Guy with the glasses.
Yeah.
Trap.
No, not Trap More Ross, Trap Lord Ross. I like his content. I used to like his content. He's getting a little too much shit going on. But no, the lady, Meghan Markle, she reports on things like cases and things like that. You feel me? So she reported on the Tory Lanez thing. That's really what bubbled up in the game. And then we had the ASAP Rocky situation that was going on. And remember, 50 Cent was like, yo, I bet for somebody 500,000 that Rocky's gonna beat the case, and she was like, I'll take that bet. But she was over here. You're a reporter. You feel me? As a news journalist and somebody of your stature, you know for a fact you should not be even getting into these type of ball games.
Wait,
you're just supposed to report
against 50 that
Rocky was gonna get. Yeah,
that's crazy.
And the verdict came back so fast. She was like, "Yup, I knew it. He lost the case." Da 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 da. And she walked in and they're like, "Not guilty." And she deactivated her page because like shorty like and 50 like, yo, I need my money by Monday.
Oh my God!
But it's like you're a reporter, bro. You should not be giving your opinion
and 50's
in
gonna
journalism.
get his paper no matter what.
Because you literally signed the contract. Like it's not documented that you signed anything, but you literally took that bet on that screenshot.
Yeah,
you feel me? But it's the fact that you should not even speak of things of that nature. Like when it comes to reporting, you're reporting. Like if I'm reporting about the Lil Durk situation, that's why I really don't get mad at Trap Lord Ross in a sense. Cause yeah, he says things in journalistic mannerisms or whatever the case may be, but he's just reading what he's seeing. You feel me? She's giving opinion on things in the sense of she's saying, "Hey, yeah, he's found it guilty." How you gonna say I'm found guilty if
I really know
I haven't been found guilty yet? You feel me? Because people might look at you in a journalistic standpoint where they always tell the jurors, do not look at this, then the third, don't go on YouTube and research this case, don't watch the news about this case, don't read no reports about this case per se. That's what jurors are not supposed to do. But if you're the person that's actually reporting on this case, and let's say I stumble upon your tweet and I say, oh, she believes he's guilty, it might sway my opinion on
for sure.
So you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to say, hey,
I seen this on the internet and whatnot.
You're not even supposed to say that. You're supposed to say, hey, this is how the case went about today, this, then the third. That's it. But you're saying, hey, oh, he said the gun was fake, it was a prop gun. Who's gonna believe that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. There's no way this woman really believed that ASAP Rocky was gonna lose after watching the victim make his reaction to being questioned for so long and being pressured. Like, your team should have advised you to, like, yo, be relaxed, be ready for it. Like, you know, like, they're going to try to delay the process or whatever. But we're going to cut that out because we're not talking about that.
No, we can talk about it because the case is over and everything. Like, they found it innocent. But it's just the fact that of mine, like, I said homie was going to be innocent for the simple fact that
Day one.
Why would you, as the victim, this is my thing here, police came to the scene of the crime. You said that you've been shot. We have not found shell casings. You later go to the scene of the crime with your girlfriend and allegedly go to the police station and give them shell casings, stating, hey, these are the shell casings from the day I was shot. Okay. Why is there footage of you at the range prior to, like, a day, 2 days, 3 days, whatever, however many days before that? And the ballistics, I don't know if it's true or not. I fully didn't go through it. But they say the ballistics might match the gun that you used at the range. But there's no gun when they went to ASAP Rocky's house. The gun that was used allegedly during the scene of the crime was not confiscated or located. Every gun that was located is legal, and ASAP Rocky has California concealed carry license, which is the hardest concealed carry license to get, I think, next to I said Maryland and things like that. But that whole case was choppy for the simple fact that even though some jurors stated that, hey, we don't believe that the gun that he used at the scene of the crime was a prop, they said that they did the little interviews that they do afterwards, but it was the fact that they were like, it was impossible to prove.
Yeah.
Like you can't. That case was so nasty. Like you couldn't stick anything to homie.
So that's why it makes no sense when people were like against it so much. Because I'm like, bro, if you paid attention, you know none of this makes sense.
Like nothing was gonna stick.
None of it made sense.
I mean, and that's the main thing about a case. Like if you can't stick anything to me, bro, like it's not really gonna work. And sometimes you have to look at what they offer as a plea. That plea deal was so trash. I might beat this motherfucker. You know what I mean? People are like, man, why he ain't take the plea, bro? That like they gonna offer you what they feel like they gonna offer you something so low for the simple fact they know if we go to court we might not have something that could stick. You feel me? So let's at least get some time out of you. That's all they do 9 times out of 10. You feel me? Like I got people that fight cases and bam, like getting offered for, oh, you did woo woo woo, and you know for a fact if you found me guilty that'll give me 60. Why is you offering me 4? Why is you offering me 2? Because what you're charging me for should give me life. You're offering me 2, 4, because you know if we go to court, whatever evidence that you do have might not stick. You feel me? It's different when you play with the feds, though. You don't play with the feds. Them people got they got.
You thought about getting into law?
I took speech and debate back in middle school. I have a college credit and things of that nature, but I was like, nah. I fought my own cases by myself.
Why not get into law?
It's a dirty thing to play with, depending on what standpoint you even stand on. You feel me? Like,
but you got different type of laws. I met an individual when I used to like work in construction.
Mm-hmm.
Met an individual who he was a lawyer for essentially food. I think it was it food? Yeah, he was working in the food industry, and then he became a lawyer for like food industries, like.
all representation of,
yeah, but this man's house was massive, bro. Like, he was like, there's a law for almost everything. Like somebody could get sued for construction, you know what you guys do, and I was like,
you know who I go with if I ever did law? Disney. You saw Buddy's deal?
Entertainment law.
Boy, nah. The nigga that runs. I wanna be homie that's in the head lawyer for Disney. That boy got that Patrick Mahomes deal.
It could happen.
He got that Patrick Mahomes deal.
It could happen.
Same people that people don't even know. Homie that represented Young Thug, you feel me? Not to say your name, I be forgetting. Brian Steele. Mm-hmm. Brian Steele, people fail to realize, if I'm standing correct, I don't know if I'm correct or if I'm incorrect. It was either him or another lawyer that was during the case, but he's one of the lawyers that assisted with the situation where a woman got beat or battered, and whatever the case may be. She had like a syndrome, and then I guess she retaliated against her partner, and he reversed it in the sense like shorty was going through a lot of whatever, like, you feel me? All that trauma caused her to react in this this low manner, and they're like, oh damn, they dropped the charges. And when they dropped that, that's what catapulted them to the standpoint that they're at. Like
that happens with a lot of lawyers.
Like
when they represent their clients the right way, and like Shorty who helped Dirk the first time.
Yeah, I like her. RP Trouble. I like her. That Trouble's yeah, she's a great person. I like her. You feel me? I always wanted to, like, I used to, back in the days, it was either I was gonna be a lawyer, a surgeon. You feel me? Like either.
Basically, what our parents wanted us to be.
I see how long it was gonna take to be a surgeon. Like I'll still be in school to this day, and I was like, nah. Yeah, it was like 16 years. Now, what I want to do, brain surgery, it was like 16.
Yeah,
it was 16.
Yeah, you
graduate high school at 18, 19.
But
you feel me?
Again, you doubted yourself, because what if you would have finished in time or excelled to it? Like, there's a lot of people that catapult in that way, and not in like, they did it in 5 years. Nah, I'm talking about that. There's people that still did it in 10, 12 or whatever. They still worked and did their thing in school, but they were already in the field.
No, you get in the field, but you got to do this, go to this. You feel me?
Open different doors.
It's like in the sense that I use the word of mentorship in a sense. You feel me? Like you
that's
might,
in anything.
Yeah, you might take 8 years to here, then you gotta go over here and do this 4 years here, then you gotta go 2 years here, then 2 years. You feel me? And I calculated all that, and I was like, damn, like before I can actually step for real. You feel me? I might have to put in these.
And be real with you, man. In the midst of this conversation, I don't really. I kind of analyze my conversations a lot with people, and by the way that you are going about the conversation, it shows that you know you've got the potential, but you limit yourself because you think already of ahead, opposed to not really like ahead,
moving with the course,
but like you think of the work opposed to fuck it, let's just roll with it.
I could roll with the punches, but sometimes I want to see what you swinging at. You feel me? Like,
of course, but that comes with the journey, don't you think?
Yeah, but also to put in hindsight, 2020, I ain't expected to live this long. You feel me?
True. So, I mean, the life we live is a little.
Yeah. So at one point, I was like, "What do I want to waste what limited time that I felt like I did have at the time to pursue something that?" Feel me?
I remember a time when people used to be like, even like it was weird to say because you saying that now when people are like, yo, you're 20, you're 23, or you're 24, you're
young.
Not even that you're young. It's like, damn, like happy birthday. And you know, some people would think like, damn, I really made it to 25. I made it to 23.
Yeah.
Because you used to hear some shit, oh, you're not going to make it past. You're not going to, you know what I'm saying? So some people are like, damn.
My mindset was like, fuck. Because I was like, damn, I'm clocking out at 13.
See?
Then I saw 14 and I'm like, damn. 15, I'm like, 16, I'm like,
there you go again,
17,
bro.
I'm like, fuck.
There you go again.
Because remember, you met me, what, 19, 18, 19? Yeah. Remember, I was life insurance policy on deck, crashing up. You know what I mean?
But that's, again.
But it was like, damn, like, what I do now?
You gotta change that mindset, bro.
No, I got out of that ages ago, but it's like,
nah, you still have a little bit of that. I'm not talking about like the crash out mindset, but I'm saying the mindset of, and you don't even notice it because you just said I got out of that. It's the mindset of, oh, it's gonna take me this long. Do I really want to do that? Like the
just get
fuck
to
what's gonna happen, bro. Like just get to it. Like what you did with insurance.
Yeah, I got to it.
And that shit's crazy that you're doing that because that's unexpected.
Yeah,
you could go to a state and out of nowhere you don't know what kind of disasters happen in this state, but it's your job to go help people and whatnot. You didn't know what the fuck you was getting into. You just knew you was gonna get a bag out of it if you did it right.
Yeah, that boy told me, man. I ain't gonna lie, when he told me what it was, I was like, man, I ain't doing that. I Googled it. The first thing I did was Google it. I Google everything. Like you can't get me to do something I don't want to do. If I did something, it's like I did it because I felt like it. But he was like, man, become an insurance adjuster. I'm like, what the hell is that? I Googled it. I'm like, man, y'all don't make shit. You know what I mean? This is the time I'm making. You feel me? I'm making something. So I'm like, man, I ain't making nothing. And then he like, nah. He talked to me like a week later. He like independent insurance adjuster. I'm like,
do your own thing. Man, not working for a company.
Man, I was like, all right, I'm hearing you, but I ain't hearing you. You feel me? Man, the homie showed me a check. Shout out Zorro. That boy showed a check, 72,000, 2.5 months. I said, what you did? The man doing the same thing my partner told me to jump into. I like let me hop on there.
I do my research, boy. You tripping?
And I like, how long it take you to get licensed, man? It take 5 days, man. 5 days. That's all it took me. 5 days. I locked in right then on as soon as I heard that. I said, man, all right, pay whatever I paid, $600 for the class. Ooh. Sat there at that computer. I think it was like 12 hours a day, 10 hours a day. Just we doing the learning, blah 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 blah. And then the third day you take the test. Said that, got certified. Then the other 2 days was some for other certifications for like exacting med and things like that. I like back. Man, I got certified. I ain't get a job automatically. I thought it was like,
nah, you still got to put in the work.
On me like, yo, you got to go buy a laptop, got to buy this, make a resume like this, join all these rosters, blah, 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 blah. Like, but that was the easy part. Aside from that, you feel me? Make a few calls here, and then you just got to sit back and wait, you feel me? I might work 6 months, 7 months, whatever. Some jobs I'm making 10,000 a month. Some jobs I'm making 12,000 a month. Some jobs I'm making 14. I can make 20, 30 a month, whatever. You feel me? It varies. So it's like, man, like the opportunity is endless. And then it's a job. I don't call it a job. It's an industry that'll always last as long as disasters occur, which is sad. You feel me? Like I always tell people, like we benefit off bad things.
Yeah, there's a benefit.
Fires
in
burning
disasters.
down, people car accidents, houses burning down.
Then it's
somebody has to.
It's supposed to be a help, but the way society has, not society, but just people in general and greed.
Yeah,
you got to where it's such a fraud kind of driven business.
Yeah.
So it makes it difficult for some people to even, like, sometimes out here, one fuck up, you can never get insured again.
Boy, you seen what they did in California?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even before the firestorms, like a lot of insurances got kicked off. Like State Farm took all that off. Like, yo, you can't even have no coverage like this. So a lot of people that got their property burned down don't have coverage.
That's the crazy part.
Same
You
way.
paying for something and you getting nothing in return.
Same way people don't know in Florida, like you need hurricane coverage. Only 2% of Floridians have hurricane coverage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not even like you don't even know. You can't even go to your house and be like, yo, you got hurricane coverage. What's that?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a fact.
Most people that got it live on the islands. Like, you feel me? Like what's it called? Star Island and things like that. Like they have hurricane coverage just in case. You feel me? But a lot of people
that's
don't have
just
it.
in case because they live so close to the water and shit.
We
like
all accustomed to hurricanes. We don't think like nothing will happen, but it might be one that hit so heavy that everything out of there. You feel me?
Shit back in the day,
yeah,
and shit like that.
Man, I was there through all that. I was like, man, let me see what
rip walls out of
feel me?
our houses.
Bro, like people died like crazy. Like I remember Dorian. I was outside. I mean, I'm watching the storm outside on my phone on Twitter at the same time. And only one person died then, and his dumb ass was driving. R.I.P. to you if your family is watching this, but homie was driving. I remember when he died because he had the same car I had. He was in traffic, just hitting the corner, hit a pole or hit a tree or something.
Wow.
Took him out of there. That was it. Like driving through the storm, I was like, bro, you should have stayed home. You feel me? But bro, Florida's so different. We got hurricane cakes. You go to Publix, you got hurricane cakes.
You got hurricane party bundles and shit, wing platters and all sorts of shit just
everybody
for the hurricane.
Like, yo, you at my crib, we at your crib. Like, you feel me?
Hurricane party before the hurricane.
Man,
Next thing you know, we all stuck at a hurricane, drunk and shit. No resources, no nothing.
Nobody got
Welcome to Florida.
No canned goods, no nothing, but everything's still good. You feel me?
Everybody was happy when it snowed for that little bit, but I was like, yeah, I ain't weather a snowstorm though. A mean snowstorm, boy. That's your ass.
Ain't never snow here. Look, except like it snowed here, but we wasn't even born there. You feel me?
Yeah, back then.
Yeah, it snowed like South Florida.
Yeah.
Like back then. Like we wasn't even born.
I ain't.
But
that I hope never happens. I ain't gonna lie.
It's getting closer and closer. You see how that is. Pensacola, that's up there, but it done got to like what, like tally the lowest.
I don't know. I'm not. Nah.
I think like a little free.
I feel like if that happens, the end is near.
Man, the end there. I mean, either
no, it's not, because that's not how we thinking.
No. Like if I need the IRS to end, you know what I mean? We starting off somewhere. You know what I mean? But that's for another episode. Like when I get into like conspiracy theories and things like that. You feel like?
Hey, speaking about fuck that. Speaking about conspiracy theories, son. They said that whales are aliens. They just found, and I say this because I saw a video about whales, and like, shout out to you, homie, whoever your name is, whatever your name was, you made some sense to me for a moment because I'm not a big believer in conspiracy theories, but bruh said some real shit. He was like, have you noticed that aliens, right, have this gray big head figure and whatnot? Notice that whales have the same, like, I'm just saying though.
That's the funny thing, right?
No, it's not whales. My bad. I correct myself. It's not whales. It's dolphins. Dolphins look like aliens, and aliens are dolphins. I'm just saying this. Don't come for me, dolphins. If you notice this, and I'm saying this, I might sound crazy right now. I'm all over the place. But the Simpsons episode when the dolphins came on land, make it make sense. And right now they talking about dolphins are secretly aliens, right? Not only that, they just found a secret well or something where it on Earth that's holding more water than all the oceans put together. How that's possible, I got no idea. I'm trying to figure this out, but I feel like, okay, they're secretly trying to tell us that the dolphins are aliens. Stay woke.
So that falls into my conspiracy theory that aliens actually go in the ocean instead of in the sky, and I've always believed that because I feel like what's the closest thing and the easiest thing to actually maneuver towards? Because you know when people be like, "Oh, I saw a UFO," and they be like, "It just disappeared."
That motherfucker came out the water.
Or not even that. It'd be like, "Oh, it was levitating and then it just disappeared." But they can't tell you that if it shot up or shot down. But that shit just that shit gone. You feel me? So 9 times out of 10, boy, that shit in the water. Cause what's the safest thing that you'll do?
You know, it's crazy. You ever thought about it? It's like somebody said this. They're like, space is the ocean. The ocean is space. But I, for some odd reason, I still feel like that's a true thing because, like, we don't know what the fuck's down there.
It's the same way.
We don't know what the fuck's up there.
It's the same way. All right, so back in 10th grade, I did a documentation or whatever discovery. I ain't discovered shit.
Nigga did an essay.
I did it was a science research on the immortal jellyfish.
Immortal jellyfish.
It does not die.
What is this? What jellyfish is this?
That's what it's called, the immortal jellyfish.
But what does it look like? Like the ones from?
I'm gonna pull it up for you. But the reason I like that shit is crazy is because people have been trying to find immortality based off that because it doesn't die unless something on the outside plays with it. So let's say you put it in a jar or whatever the case may be, it'll always live because for the simple fact that it would like its cells will regenerate.
And that's like the regular jellyfish, like the one.
No, not all of them.
Okay, but, I was about to say because there's different ones and shit.
But it's called the immortal jellyfish for the simple reason that it actually like regenerates its cells, so it starts from scratch, all over in a sense. You feel me?
How is it born?
You asking questions I forgot about, but like it literally goes through the cycle. So we could look right here. You feel me? Like it starts as a larva right there, do its little phase.
So that motherfucker's a fungus?
And literally just keeps recycling through it. Like, you see right here? So
it never dies?
It never dies unless something on the outside plays.
So let's say if a piece of it breaks off, it turns into that and then it cycles and it goes back to life type shit?
It never dies. But like if something kills it, like it gets ate or something like that and then it's done. But
what if a piece of it like survives, like a limb or whatever? Like that's what I'm talking about.
As long as the main whatever sustains it stays alive, then it's good. You feel me?
What's that?
Yeah, there's just little phases, the little cycles. You feel me? So it never really
it says fertilized egg. I'm like,
but it never dies. So they've been trying to figure that out for years.
Who lays the chicken or the egg? Which one came first?
Shit, whoever the fuck found, whatever the fuck, somebody was there to find that shit. You feel me? Like, yeah. So they don't die. You feel me? Like, this you need it. Like cod, whatever the fuck. Transdiaphragm. What the fuck?
Yeah,
that big words. Like I ain't slow, but big scientific words. Like Albert Einstein type shit off of myth. Like this.
New words, motherfuckers created a couple years ago.
Living. It can still be preyed. You see, it could be preyed upon and killed, but if it's not touched and nothing on, let's say if we have put in a swimming pool and it can sustain a swimming pool, put 1,000 of them in there, you'll come back and still be 1,000 as long as nothing touches it.
They won't reproduce.
They will reproduce. Okay, but I'm saying like let's say it's all males, but you know sometimes some what's it called? Don't quote me on this. I'm not a marine biologist. I have somebody for that, but. What's it called? Like, you know, some species don't have gender, so they don't fall under the gender things. Like snails, like there's no male and female snails. Like they literally could just do they Dougie.
I don't fuck.
Yeah, like they could do they Dougie. Like
So you might think take turns on one being a man and one being a woman.
Yeah, and they'll reproduce.
That's wild.
So it comes into the senses of that. I don't know, jellyfishes fall under that same standard, but it could be a pace like that.
I'm gonna have to look into that. That's a crazy thing to say.
I learned that watching the anime, and it was like, they're like, they're humping. They're both boys. Whoa. And they're like, nah, like they can't because there's no gender within that. I was like, damn, that's crazy as hell. You feel me? So some species fall under that. You feel me? But
I never watched that episode. I don't even know what anime that is.
Junji Ito.
You ain't even had to tell me that.
Freaky individual. Like great artistic design, but freaky individual. But also back to the theory that we was leading from, because I stemmed off and jumped off the tangent like a crazy individual. But like you were saying, the alien thing could fall under that. But remember, there's also a myth that dolphins are mermaids.
You know, nah. So dude was saying in the video that dolphins also come from like the ancient city of Atlantis. A lot of those people apparently turned into dolphins because they didn't want to get captured and be. I sound crazy as hell. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This
Crazy is crazy until it's unproven.
I'm gonna find it because that shit was wild. He was making sense, bro. I was like, yo. And then I saw the Simpsons episode. So somebody commented the GIF with the Simpsons episode, and
coming
out
of the water. Yeah,
I gotta look at what year that was.
You feel me?
Might be close.
But it's like there's a lot of theories though. Like I tell people, man, like aliens could be whatever. They could be small, just like that little that meme that was going on viral recently with the little fish that was coming up, and they're like, that fish never comes up to the top of the ocean because they live all the way at the bottom.
Yeah, that's usually a sign that there's an earthquake coming.
But you think about the sparkly, slivery one that looked like a CVS receipt.
It was a baby one of those. Apparently.
Nah, but not that one. It was the black, dark ass black one that can't see. I can't remember what it was, but it came to the ocean. But it was this. It came to the top. Yeah, but it was the size of your hand though. But in the photo, it looked so big and expanded out. So my thing is, aliens might be that small, just shriveled up little creatures. You feel me? My other theory, before we get off, finish whatever the time frame on this is. My other theory is the life we're living in right now is not really the highest level of technology that have ever happened. So what I believe is, how people question what happened to the pyramids and things like that. I believe that was a higher standard of life forms. Things happen, nuclear warfare or whatever the case may be, and then society started from scratch all over again. You feel me?
That's a crazy.
And things just blew up.
I mean, I
see how we getting right now. If we go through a nuclear warfare right now with other countries that have nuclear bombs and things of that nature, we blow all of ourselves into smithereens. Whatever's left has to rebuild, and when they start rebuilding, they start the history. This happened. This happened. This happened.
People would adjust to whatever circumstances they have. Certain people, not all.
Chemically,
you do have people that jump into survival mode.
Chemically, whatever's left of this plane and this earth will remain. But remember, history is written by the the victors at the end of the day. So if everybody loses, there's nobody to write history. You feel me?
That's a fact.
And then at the end of the day, if let's say everything is terminated or whatever the case may be, and we have to actually start from scratch, there's nothing to start from. Let's say all the history books and everything are gone, because what you gonna plug an iPod or a disc in? What you gonna bring a book out of if everything's destroyed? Sure, then you got to start from scratch. So anything that you might tell somebody later on might sound like a tall tale. You feel me?
Yeah.
Or whatever's remaining of that, you might not.
Like survival should be a thing for everyone. Now that you're saying all that, so because a lot of people don't know how to survive without multiple things.
Man, I ain't even do the Boys and Girls Club. I don't know how to. Man, you give me a lighter and I got you, but man, put me in the wood and tell me grab 2 sticks. I'm gonna tell you, man.
But this is a podcast about something. We don't know what we talking about. We don't know how we gonna put it together. But when we come back, the next episode, we gonna have a different setup. We might be more professional. We got a couple seconds, but yeah.
I apologize.
Stop being a bitch. Get to it, man.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Stop doubting yourself. Stop doing all that puss ass shit, man.
Y'all do sabi.
Head first. You heard?
Yeah.
Head first.
Yeah.
Get to it. Lock in.
This is the pilot episode. You feel me?
You hear me? Lock the fuck in. Stop being a bitch. Get your shit together and lock the fuck in. You heard?
Yeah. Pilot episode. No DEI, airports or airlines or whatever the fuck y'all be talking about. You feel me? Eat my dick. Well, we gonna come back though.